every time I thought I was about to die. Turns out the entire neighborhood was just laughing at me. I called the cops on my neighbors 5 times this year. Every single time I was convinced I was seconds away from death, and every single time the whole neighborhood ended up laughing at me. It all started when I moved in. The property manager told me, "This is a quiet, safe, friendly community." Looking back, I think their definition of friendly is very different from mine. The midnight body bag, my first emergency call, happened on day 3. At 3 in the morning, I heard something dragging across the hallway. I peeked out the window and saw my neighbor pushing a cart with a huge black bag on it, and something red was dripping from the bottom. My brain instantly went CSI mode. Body. Definitely a body. Naturally, I did what any responsible resident would do. I called the police. And then, I followed him into the basement with a flashlight. The basement was cold, echoey, and creepy enough to make my soul leave my body. The neighbor propped the bag against the wall with a heavy thunk. Police rushed in. 5 minutes later, an officer came out holding a rock-solid frozen steak. "Ma'am, your neighbor bought 300 pounds of discounted beef from Costco." My neighbor, hair sticking up like a cartoon character, was live streaming the whole thing. Shout out to my new neighbor, my unboxing stream just went viral. The next morning, a note on my door said, "Next time I stock up 600 pounds of salmon, please don't call SWAT. The fish might faint." I thought that would be my worst mistake. I was deeply wrong. The Basement Screaming Club. The second time happened on a Saturday at 4 a.m. I heard screaming. Actual blood-curdling screaming. "Don't move, I'm going in." "It's too big." "IG's not gonna fit." Then drilling sounds, crying, thumping, more screaming. My brain, serial killer, 100%, call cops. Stick phone into the air vent. Record evidence. I was basically the neighborhood's self-appointed crime journalist. Police broke down the door. 3 minutes later, a group of people stumbled out, all wearing VR headsets and holding plastic guns. The guy in front, with the most tragic bowl-cut haircut I've ever seen, said, "Ma'am." We were playing Outlast 2 in co-op mode. The screaming was part of the game. Then he had the nerve to ask, "Wanna join next time? We need someone to play the monster." The next morning, another note. "Tonight we're playing Phasmophobia. Short one teammate." Calling the cops counts as signing up. I began to suspect something was wrong with me. The backyard grave at 3 a.m., the third incident happened. Again at 3 a.m. I saw my neighbor in the backyard digging a 2-meter deep pit. He kept muttering, "It has to fit perfectly, perfect dimensions." The hole was the exact size of a human body. My brain didn't even hesitate. Burial, for sure. Call cops. Climb the fence. Live stream the entire thing. A police dog went in and suddenly started barking like it found the Holy Grail. 10 minutes later, officers carried out a pink coffin. Inside were limited edition Barbie dolls. The cop sighed. His ex-wife left these to him in the divorce. The agreement said he must never see them again. He decided to bury them properly. The neighbor hugged the coffin and cried, "Thanks. Your police dog decapitated one of the Barbies. Saves me some work." Note on my door the next day. "Next week I'm burying my ex's Gucci bag. Feel free to call the FBI again." At this point, I suspected the universe was pranking me personally. The bloody bathroom mystery incident 4 happened at sunrise. I looked across the courtyard and saw my neighbor's bathroom window covered in bloody handprints. Red smear marks on the floor. Drag marks. A big red word on the wall. Help. Blood was dripping into the tile cracks. I stared for 1 second and immediately thought, homicide. Absolutely homicide. Call cops. Launch drone. Zoom in shots. SWAT smashed through the window, and seconds later dragged out a kid covered head to toe in ketchup. His mother appeared holding a pile of fake limbs. He's filming a Halloween short film. Your drone almost scared him into peeing his pants. Next morning's note. Shooting zombie uprising tonight. We need a random civilian to be eaten alive. Calling 911 counts as auditioning. At this point I wasn't sure if I was the problem or if the entire building was cursed. The rooftop satanic ritual, the 5th call, was the most dramatic. Late at night, I looked up and saw my neighbors on the rooftop, drawing a glowing pentagram, wearing black robes, chanting in a language that sounded like summon the end of days. They were sprinkling glowing powder that floated across the whole neighborhood like radioactive confetti. There was no hesitation left in my soul. Call cops. Climb fire escape. Record everything. Police went up. 3 minutes later, the cult members removed their black robes, revealing birthday hats. The birthday boy sheepishly held a glowing cake. "It's my 40th surprise party." You almost summoned the actual cops instead of a demon. And yes, another note on my door. For my 50th, we're doing a full Satan theme. We need a sacrificial demon. Bring the FBI if you want. This year I called the police 5 times. My neighbors got escorted out 5 times. And 0 times did any crime actually occur. But every call made me more famous in the community. Now when people see me, they whisper, "Careful. She once called 911 on discounted beef." And I finally learned something important. In this neighborhood, there are no criminals, just too much imagination. And the only thing that ever put me in real danger was my own brain.